2023 has been only a few days in, and we've already got north of 100 new games ready to go, regardless of what type of game is your usual go-to. With that in mind, here's our top 20 of the most downloaded, highest rated, newest releases the first week of January 2023 for your Android, and in a few cases, iOS devices as well. Let's go. At number 1. Now, I don't know where this actually came from, only I've heard that it was a thing since the beginning of 2022, but nonetheless. We've got over here downloaded over 1 million times since only a couple of weeks ago. This is a team-based tactical first-person shooter, quite a bit in the same vein as the Counter-Strike, perhaps the single closest thing to that of a game called Alpha Ace. Guys, Alpha Ace is available now in its early access phase. You can actually download it from anywhere in the world on the Google Play. This game is very much bug-free, takes you less than a gigabyte of space, in fact 800 megabytes of space, and it is all the way free. Coming up behind that, we've got finally the official release of Correct Street over here. The game just came out roughly 48 hours ago, sitting on the Play Store with a 4.6 out of 5 and about north of 100,000 downloads ever since. This is a MMO racing, if that makes sense to you, probably the most visually advanced game on the list here. There's only a couple of problems going on with the game. It's that the game is in its beta phase in a few regions on the Play Store. It needs a couple more weeks to just get it fine-tuned to perfection all the way. Like, it could drop a few frames on your devices depending on the phone once you go inside the world. It's getting updates, this is how it actually really looks, and the game will take you about 1.5 gigabyte of space. At number 3, we've got over here the same folks who previously came up with Spider Girl just a couple of months ago, and yes, of course, the first 2 Spider Fighter games, and now, obviously, Spider Fighter the third. This is a semi-open world beat-em-up adventure, kind of what a phone version of the Amazing Spider-Man from the consoles would look like on your phones, in like a 2D look, in a way. This game is smooth, of course, quite legitimate in graphics, not greedy one bit. All I could say it needs right now is just a little bit more content. And area. Moving on. Moving on, we've got over here the officially licensed by Koei Tecmo's Dynasty Warriors Warlords, the mobile port here, one of the most faithful console to mobile ports of the past 12 months maybe by Supernova Games, and one that actually works in co-op play. I'm not really even sure how it's all possible, but it actually is. This is a hack and slash Muso style semi-open world game in case you're just new to. It's free all the way, taking you only 200 megabytes of space. I don't even know how, and like I mentioned, it's all the way free. Moving on to number 5, downloaded over 100,000 times already, we've got Mikko area. In case you missed it, this is an MMORPG, of course, single-player anime action game. Quite a bit like just a tuned-down version of Genshin Impact here by the same developers of the recently released Lost Sanctuary. Actually, tons of other games of such nature, about north of 20 games this big. It's a great developer, is what I'm saying. This one, however, is just a new direction for the series, as it is a top-down, minimalized, story and level-based game. Quite fine-tuned in nature and very generous. Check it out. AFK Three Kingdoms RPG, on the other hand, actually came out only 48 hours ago, and ever since it's been one of the most praised AFK-based role-playing games on the Play Store, regardless of the fact that it's in simplified Chinese only. Or it was. Well, here's the thing. The good thing is, well, AFK Three Kingdoms RPG games is now available in English. Using the link down in the description, the game is everything you'd expect from an idle-based Three Kingdoms game and more. And boy, is this game actually rewarding in every damn department. Take a quick look. Number 7. Well, first of all, God knows how long it's been since I remotely mentioned the strategy game in one of the lists over here, but finally, we've got over here sitting on the Play Store with a 4.5 out of 5 review score, one of the most, probably the single fine strategy game of this past 6 months, going by the name Grand War. This is a semi-real-time, history-accurate European management sim. The game is huge in scale, the most generous compared to any game in the list, and graphically and gameplay-wise, it's a 10 out of 10. Play this one if you're craving some good old strategy. And number 8. From roughly 2 weeks ago, we've got over here something called Wang or something, Ruler of the Sea, which is still in its beta phase, only available in a few regions. This is a historical martial arts MMORPG based on the spring and autumn warrior states period. In short, I would have to say this is one of the most rewarding games on the platform if you can get past the language part, which is actually manageable using a translation app. Here's the trailer. This is actually how it really looks. It's a quick look. Next up, we've got over here Alphabet Shooting FPS, game that's halfway precisely just the same formula you've been seeing in about 99% of the Alphabet games released for the past few years, albeit this one is quite a bit inspired by the classic games like Duke Nukem and Doom. It's quite fun to play actually, and very smooth too. Game's all the way free, takes you about only 100 megabytes of space, and it only requires a Wi-Fi connection at the beginning. Once you get past the initial start, it's actually playable offline, and this is how it really works. At number 10, we've got finally the previously PC exclusive Delusional Mountains and Seas, well otherwise known as Chimera Land, finally here on the mobile devices officially. This game is an action-adventure MMORPG, for those of you just new. Just so we can get this over with and round up the whole list today, this is just one of the buggiest games on the whole platform. This is just a warning. The game has, however, the single most customization option and character freedom, but other than that, nothing else. Do avoid this game if you do appreciate your time, and you can thank me later. With this out of the way, here's about 10 more just quick mentions of the month. Some games downloaded over 1 million times and some rated a 5 out of 5. Take a quick look, here we go.